What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the weird, wacky, and bizarre world of Kik. It is the dark side of the internet. The gross, soft, ugly underbelly. I don't know what else to say. It's just a nasty, gross place. If you don't already know, Kik is a streaming platform very similar to Twitch, but instead of having a bunch of rules and regulations, if you stream there, you can basically do whatever you want. That's not true, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. The big difference is that Twitch is way more popular, and Twitch has a lot more rules and regulations and guidelines that you have to follow if you want to be a streamer. Kik, on the other hand, seems to be attracting the weirdest, the craziest, and the crustiest people that I've ever seen. Emphasis on crusty, for sure. I'm just gonna say this up front, not everybody who streams on Kik is a problem. Point being, I think that Kik attracts the worst of the worst. For example, this kid. This guy's what we call an IRL streamer in real life. He just goes out in public and he streams his day. That's his whole thing. The problem is a lot of IRL streamers, like this little baby right here, go out in public and they seek conflict or they seek an interesting event. They try to make things happen to make their content and their day interesting. Call me a bad guy, but I think that if you go out in public and you harass other people, you're automatically the worst, you know? And the problem is this kid is hiding behind the fact that he is a child and people can't come up to him and punch him in the face. If you were an adult and you did this, you would get punched in the face. In life, most people only have a short list of things that they really care about, and usually food is in that top 5. If I, as an adult man, walked out and put my fist in your Chipotle bowl, you would put your fist in my face, and I would be like, I deserve that, so that's fine. In general, there's a bunch of IRL streamers who are doing weird, messed up, social conflict content just to get views, because usually when you get people to freak out, you get people angry, you have confrontation, that leads to viewership, that leads to interest. The craziest part is this kid goes out with his friends and his friends are probably gassing him up like, yo, the way you stole that single tortilla chip was sick. I don't even want to say the next guy's name because I think he's already getting just a little bit too much media attention, but I kind of have to talk about it because he's the perfect embodiment of what we're talking about here. This guy, his name is... This guy sucks. He's horrible. God, this guy has the most punchable face of all time. So the story with this guy is he was traveling in Japan. At some point, he was harassing a woman in public and another public person punched him and somebody else in the face. And then this guy was banned from Twitch. He's a complete public nuisance. His whole thing is he just harasses people and makes people uncomfortable. It's like he'll do this weird thing where he'll just like follow you like really close behind you, way in your personal space, which I hate. That's a nightmare. I mean, pop his face up right behind me and it'd be... Kik banned him for a few days, but let him right back on the platform, and that is the recurring theme with this platform. If anyone streaming does anything wrong, it's a slap on the wrist. It's not actually a permanent ban. Usually they're kicked off for a few days, maybe a week, and then they get right back on the platform and keep doing whatever it was they're doing before. And in fact, I think Kik invites it because, again, controversy gets eyeballs, it gets clicks, it gets people in the door and watching, and Kik does not stand a chance against bigger streaming platforms like Twitch. If you basically live on TikTok the way that I do, you've probably already seen that clip of the kid who steals her tortilla chip. Maybe you've seen him before. You've definitely seen some of the next people we're gonna talk about. So the question is, why is Kik this ugly spot in the social media world? Why does it let its creators act like this? A lot of other people looking at this, the news, people are hypothesizing that it's because Kik started out as more of a gambling streaming platform. Twitch has a lot of rules, regulations, terms of services, which specify what their creators can and cannot do. They keep it relatively safe for most audiences. Kik says, screw all that. You can do pretty much anything you want except for things that are like 21 plus or illegal. One of the biggest parts of Kik is that Kik was originally backed by a gambling platform called Stake, which is an online cryptocurrency gambling platform. You can't track where your money goes. Nobody knows. It's all digital. Money's not even real. Who knows what crypto is? So now a lot of streamers on Kik are streaming this gambling content, which is already super messed up. I'm assuming that some of you might not really understand how that works. So let me explain it to you as quickly as I can, and I'm not a lawyer and legal jargon, blah, blah, blah. This online casino hires a big streamer to stream their gambling games, right? For hours and hours and hours. The online casino says, hey, we have $50,000. We'll pay you to play our gambling games every single day. That's not so bad, right? Well, here's where it gets really weird. The online casinos are not only paying these streamers a lump sum of money, but they're also paying the cost to gamble. They are fronting the money, so these streamers aren't actually gambling their own money. There's no risk to lose anything. If I I, a viewer, decide to go gamble my own money, I risk losing my own money. These streamers don't have that risk. You're thinking, okay, that's a little bit worse. Well, here's where it gets terrible. The casino also agrees that any money the streamer gets their viewers to lose in the online casino, they will split. So both the casino and the streamer will win your money if you decide to go play. Does that make sense? It's super sketchy, it's super scary, it's super weird. They're profiting on you losing everything in your bank account, and I hate that. I hate it, I hate it. You should not be making money from tricking your viewers into gambling and then getting their money put into your own bank account. That's super messed up. But that is a testament to the culture. That is part of the conversation of what's happening over on Kick. I am just ranting now. God, who got me worked up? In a nutshell, gambling bad, don't do it, and IRL streamers are not great. I want to talk about another IRL streamer that I think is even worse, and you probably know him, you probably heard of him. His name is Neon. Neon is a 19-year-old IRL streamer who will basically do whatever he's got to do to get people to watch. I think it was 4, 5, 6 months ago, and he was one of the most popular streamers on the entire platform. Honestly, I can't keep up with the timeline of this guy. He's gotten in trouble, gotten banned, gotten unbanned, gotten arrested so many times. I don't know what actually happened where. At some point, he got in trouble for threatening to dox and assault a 10-year-old on a private phone call that he live streamed, because why not? At another point, he got arrested for illegally filming in Dubai without the right permits and authorization. Right after getting out of jail, Neon thought it was a good idea to go illegally street race. He teamed up with another streamer whose whole thing is he likes to go race his cars extremely fast to get the cops to chase him, which obviously is illegal. Don't do that. Not only is it illegal, but it's like super dangerous and disrespectful and blatantly horrible to the people around you. So Neon does a collab stream with this guy. They're going like 90, 100 miles an hour down the highway, swerving in and out of lanes, and then they hit another car. Not only do they hit somebody, but they hit and run somebody. They leave the scene of the crime. That is a big coward move and not cool. I don't know. I just, this makes my skin crawl. It scares me. It makes me not, things that make other people uncomfortable and afraid and upset to go live their lives. Not great content. Don't do that. Oh, the guy's driving a Lamborghini too, even better. It's like somehow they think there are no repercussions for their actions. One of the worst parts of this is that after the stream, there's footage of Neon complaining about doing this and blaming it on the driver of the car. Yes, the driver of the car is the one who drove recklessly and was behind the wheel, but you also encouraged it. You knew what you were going to do when you went and got in that car. This other streamer's whole MO is street racing, illegally, super fast, bobbing and weaving in and out of lanes. It's just, I'm a safe driver. I drive like an old lady. It's the Wild West on Kick. These are only a few people who I thought of off the top of my head. There's this other guy who I'm not gonna talk about, I'm not gonna go into, but he basically executes his own system of vigilante justice on criminals. But you're doing it for views, which is not good and not healthy and not actually solving the problem and putting people in jail. So I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's yucky. I don't know, man. I have like really mixed feelings on all this. It's like, I understand trying to entertain people, but at what cost, you know? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you know any worse streamers out there? Do you know any people who are doing crazy stuff that they shouldn't be? Let me know down below. I'll check it out. See you later.